Welcome back to the news at 10. Well, following the rainstorm that rendered many homeless in Ozala community in Owa West local government area of Edo State, the state government has distributed relief materials and cash worth 10 million naira to victims of the disaster. The executive director of the State Emergency Management Agency, Mrs. Maimuna Momodu, says 268 houses were affected by the rainstorm. She also says that the relief materials are being distributed according to the extent of damage incurred by each victim.
3 months after the ravaging rainstorm swept through the Ozala community in Edo State, residents can now sing a different tune as the state government is here to distribute relief materials to victims of the unfortunate incident. One after the other, beneficiaries line up to collect relief materials such as bags of rice, roofings, as well as checks of different amounts. Maimuna Momodu is the executive director of the state's emergency management agency. She defends the sharing formula adopted.
We have about 268 houses were affected, and then we shared the material, especially the roofing sheets. If your roof is completely blown off, the person is given 5 bundles. If it's just partial, which is maybe half, the person is given 2.5 bundles. If it's just few sheets, but you realize that you cannot just be counting 2-3 sheets to give to somebody. There could be some other roof sheets that are already weak in the house. So we try to give those ones 1 bundle. And then we also share the money, referring that same ratio. If your roof is completely blown off, you get 60,000. If it is partial, you get 30,000. And if it's just few sheets, you get 20,000.
For these beneficiaries, it's better late than never.
We thank God, though, the way government to help us, now so God will help them. Now better now we go to see, we not go see this kind of breeze. Now good thing they go to share for us. In
fact, it's a good opportunity for me to express my thanks and appreciation to the comrade governor for all that he has done to put smiles on our faces. Because my prison was one of the places that was devastated by that storm. And if not for this, I won't be able to at least bring respite to the situation.
But like Oliver Twist, they ask for more.
I still thank about one thing, go still help me in the future. That is my car. When a war for put, they never answer put. So I want make it still help me about that car.
Residents here are grateful for the support from the state government, but they will be even more thankful if such disasters don't repeat themselves.
Truly the first.
Well, it's a holiday, but we will take a look at business. Here's Adeshawa Josh. Adeshawa.
Well, that's right. Financial markets around the world are closed today for the longest weekend holiday, which extends into Monday, April the 21st. Back home, the Nigerian Stock Exchange, in a statement on its website, informed investors and operators that all its facilities nationwide will also be closed for business to observe the holidays. All its trading floors will reopen on Tuesday, April the 22nd. Most major international markets are also closed for the holiday, except the Tokyo and Shanghai stock markets. Well, the need for proper implementation of the budget has been brought to the fore once again. Reacting to the passage of the 2014 budget by the National Assembly 4 months after it was presented by the executive, the MD CEO Coleman Wires and Cables said implementation is key if the budget will ever make any impact. Meanwhile, the head of Transaction Advisory Services at Ernst & Young says meeting the projected GDP growth rate of 6.75% may be a challenge for the federal government, considering Nigeria's current size of nominal GDP.
earlier they start implementing all this capital project, the better for us all. So that will force development in areas, because the advantage of capital project, it forces development, and within that you create infrastructure, we create power, we create roads, and when you're creating all these things, they have knock-on effects to other industries. So the earlier they start implementation of the budget, which is already about 3-4 months behind schedule, the quicker this economy will benefit from it.
If your output does not increase significantly, there's no way you can still maintain the projected growth rate of 6%. Of course, that's the challenge in the rebasing. So I think the Christmas is over. It's now time for everybody to start working, and working really very hard.
One of the world's largest maker of mobile handsets, Samsung Electronics, has formally unveiled in Nigeria its new Galaxy S5 smartphone, alongside its latest wearable devices, the Gear Fit and Gear 2. At an elaborate global launch for Africa held in Lagos, the management of the company say the product is tailored to suit the demands of its customers. Our correspondent, Henry Ogunjimi, reports.
The technology behind Samsung smartphones has made its consumer base increase in Nigeria and Africa. Currently, consumers are on the lookout for mobile tools that inspire and support them as they improve their everyday lives, and Samsung is listening. The audience came from across West Africa. A product of people-inspired innovation, the Galaxy S5 has a screen that is slightly larger than that of the S4 and can be submerged in up to 1 meter of water for about 30 minutes.
Our customers are everything to us. We focus on trying to understand what is essential to them. We want to enrich their lives with meaningful innovations. We have really listened to those who are most important to us, our customers.
The Galaxy S5 offers 27% improvement in display power efficiency while using 18% less display power. Its unique ultra power saving mode shuts down all of the device's key functions to allow users make the most of their last bit of battery power for up to 24 hours on a 10% battery charge.
The S5 is the next evolution. The whole idea of outdoor protection, basically from dust and water, is something that customers have been asking for a long time. We keep a lot of very confidential information here. So this fingerprint security really gives a next level of security and some kind of peace of mind for customers. We all try to keep fit, and I think, the fact that this flash actually is a heart rate sensor is another world first.
The brand new additions to Samsung's wearable technology lineup, the Gear 2 and the Gear Fit, offers consumers enhanced connectivity alongside an integrated communication experience. Under the Samsung's premium package, consumers will receive a substitute device in the event of screen or liquid damage to their Samsung Galaxy S5 at no extra charge. Henry Ogunjimi, Channels Television News.
Finally, on Business News tonight, the Naira is expected to drop to around 163 Naira to the dollar if supply to the market remains weak. This comes on increased demand for the dollar at the interbank forex market as importers sought to meet their foreign exchange needs. Traders said dollar supply from oil companies and offshore investors had dried up, leaving the market with less dollar liquidity. Last week, the Naira traded around 160 Naira 90 kobo to the dollar, boosted by dollar inflows from some oil companies and offshore investors buying local debt. And that's Business News this hour. The news at 10 continues shortly. Happy Easter holiday.
First Bank, truly the first.
Still ahead on the news at 10, world number 1 Rafa Nadal suffers shock exit from the Monte Carlo Masters in the quarterfinals. That's on Sports News. Please stay with us.